Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English, Basics for Beginners. Auzu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We are busy now with Surah number 26, verse number 176, Ash-Shu'ara, the poets. We have done various other messengers and prophets in the past few episodes. One is Ibrahim alayhi salam. And then we saw the story of Moses and Pharaoh, Lut alayhi salam, the people of Ad and Thamud. And now we're coming to the companions of the wood. In all instances, we find that initially a messenger will come to the people, and out of concern for his people, he would remind them about the truth. The three main fundamentals of truth are Tawheed, Risala, and Akhirah. Tawheed means La ilaha illallah, there is only one God. To remind his people, please people, don't worship anything else except the one true God. And don't break up God into your own understanding that God got a family, he's got a mother, he's got a son, and all of that. Please remember, it's very simple. God is one. So they come to remind them of this basic fundamental truth. The second fundamental concept of faith is Risala, which means prophethood and direction and guidance. God in his mercy has not abandoned humanity. He has sent 124,000 messengers and prophets throughout history, of which 25 are mentioned in the Quran. And now it is the end of the divine messengers and books. The Quran is the absolute final divine scripture from the Supreme Creator, and the Prophet Mohamed, peace and blessings be upon him, Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sal'lam, is the last and final of all messengers and prophets. If anyone in the past 1400 years or today or any time in the future claims to be a prophet or messenger, that person is a fake prophet. Please do not follow such individuals, right? Now, so please get a copy of the Quran for yourself. The Quran is for all of humanity. It is not for Muslims. It is for everybody. It is from that entity, infinite, infinitely intelligent, superpower, infinitely powerful, who has created this magnificently huge and complicated universe comprising trillions of galaxies, and each galaxy comprising trillions of stars. And our own sun is also a star, but there are some stars, the red giants and the supergiants, which are millions of times bigger than our sun. And I think the biggest one is about 2 to 3 billion times bigger than our own sun. So these are measurements which we cannot comprehend. But within all of this, he has created the Milky Way galaxy. Within the Milky Way galaxy is our solar system comprising the sun and our 9 planets, the Kuiper Belt, Oort cloud, and so on. And on the planet Earth, through water, God most merciful has created all types of magnificent noble creatures, of which the best, the top, is a human being. Human being has been created, so don't fall for the fallacy and the absolute great mistake that God does not exist, or that we have fallen down from the tree from chimpanzees. We did not do anything like that. A chimpanzee has been created by God. Human beings have been created by God. Elephant has been created by God, and so has a dolphin and a whale and a crocodile and a lion and a wildebeest. Everything has been created by God, right? So now let's look at the stories again, that what has happened to the previous people. When the messenger came, and the third concept was, one is Tawheed, then is Risala, and then is Akhirah. The third fundamental point of faith, principle of faith, is known as the guarantee of the life after death. That means that it is an absolute guarantee that every single human being, even those super intelligent people who don't believe in God, amazing professors and so on, good people, kind people, who see this magnificent universe and are absolutely astonished with it, and yet they are baffled. They cannot fathom what is behind all of this, and they cannot make the link in their brain that it is a supreme, superior intelligence that has caused all of this, and they just cannot make that link, which is quite sad. So the whole point here is that there is a guarantee that everyone, irrespective of race or religion or gender, you can be black, you can be white, you can be American, South African, Chinese, Russian, does not matter. Everyone will stand in front of God. This is a guarantee. This is known as the day of judgment. Even the atheists will stand in front of God. then your deeds will be weighed on a magnificent, huge scale from east to west, and that scale is so precise and accurate. Anyone who has done an atom's weight of good will see it, and anyone who has done an atom's weight of evil will see it. And even if you have done a mustard seed's weight of good, it will count tremendously in your favor. Right, so let's start. The companions, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, the companions of the wood rejected the messengers. Behold, Shu'aib said to them, will you not fear Allah? I am to you a messenger worthy of all trust. So fear Allah and obey me. No reward do I ask of you for it. My reward is only from the Lord of the worlds. And this is an indication of a sincere person. They don't ask for money. They don't ask for private jets. They don't ask for fancy clothes. They don't ask for name and fame and autographs. They are doing it. Their reward comes from the Supreme Creator, right? So that is an indication of a sincere person. Not like multi-billionaire televangelists and others, right? And other cult leaders. Give just measure and cause no loss to others by fraud. A very important business principle: never ever cheat the customer. You think you are gaining a benefit for your business, but there is no barakah, there is no blessings in your business. Never cheat. Whether it is business dealings or any other transactions, if you've done a business contract with a partner, never cheat your partner. If there is a family inheritance, never cheat your brothers and sisters insofar as the inheritance is concerned. Never cause loss to others. You may think you are getting wealthy by that, but you are shooting yourself in the foot. You will be held accountable for the evil thoughts that go through your brain. And weigh with scales true and upright. Don't do like in the old days when they used to put a piece of magnet or lead under one side of the scale, so then you cheat the customer. Instead of paying for 1 kilogram, they're actually paying for 700 grams. So they are being shortchanged by 300 grams. Like in today's time, it has happened in our own country, South Africa. There was a cartel between the mega bakeries, and they were writing one figure on the loaf of bread, for example, say 800 grams, but when you weigh it, it was only 600 grams, and they thought they're getting richer. But fortunately, there was a whistleblower, and these people were brought to shame and humiliation, right? So always measure things accurately. Similarly, it means that, well, in today's time, we've got digital scales. Don't interfere with the scales. And the scales also refers to your motor car. If you want to sell your motor car, don't reverse the mileage. Because once again, you are interfering with the scales. The mileage means the scales. You are cheating the customer. So just remember, anything that you are doing to cheat the customer, this is wrong, because that gives you a criminal mind. And you will be held accountable for your criminal mind, right? I don't know if I pressed 2 buttons. Let me just check again. Right. And weigh with scales true and upright, and withhold not things justly due to people, nor do evil in the land working mischief. A great command and a warning is given. Don't ever commit evil. Don't ever commit mischief. Whether you are a criminal in any place, the warning is very clear for all the criminals of the world. Whether you are a small criminal chochi in the street, or you are a bigger criminal breaking into people's houses, or you're a bigger criminal breaking into people's businesses, or you're a bigger criminal breaking into banks and jewelry stores, or you're a bigger criminal involved in hijacking and attacking these armored cars for the banks, the cash cars, right? Or you're a bigger criminal, because the biggest criminals are those in government. And I'm not saying everyone in government is a criminal. Let's say that 90% are honest, right? But 10% of people in government, not only in South Africa, but across the African continent and across the world, it doesn't matter who you are, every nation, At least 10% are rubbish criminals. They can go to parliament with a smile, or they'll go to Senate and Congress with a smile, but they're the biggest rubbish crooks because they have asked the people to vote for them. And people have voted for them, and people are paying their salaries. We, the people, are paying the salaries of the people in government. The president doesn't pay the salaries. We, the citizens, are paying the salaries through the taxes. Yet some 10% of people in parliament are the biggest rubbish crooks on the face of the earth, and may God punish them, because they are involved in corruption. Corruption in the tenders, corruption in prepaid electricity meters, corruption in fixing up the potholes, corruption in the toll fees, corruption in your driver's license. Why must you pay every 5 years for a driver's license? For what? People are making money. People are making money even with the prepaid electricity meters. Why is it changing? Every month the figures are changing. Why? People are making money. There's corruption in the supply of water. There's corruption left, right, and center. And then they give tenders to their friends and buddies because they're getting a kickback. They're getting money under the table. They're getting bribery. These are all the biggest, worst rubbishes on the planet Earth, and they think that they are enriching themselves and their families. God is watching what they are doing. And may all these rubbishes be punished. And then there are other bigger criminals on the world stage. These are criminal world global leaders who are wearing suit and tie and smile because their PR agents teach them how to smile and look good on camera. But some of them are the biggest criminals in the world. So it doesn't matter whether you are a small chochi in the street, or you're a big chochi in government, or you're a bigger chochi on the world stage. God will hold you to account, because God is telling you very clearly, don't commit evil. Don't commit mischief. Don't be a criminal. Don't harm people. Be a symbol of goodness. You only got two choices. Are you going to hold up the banner of goodness and follow the way of the angels? Or are you going to hold up the banner of mischief and evil and crime and hold up the banner of the devil? And the ones who are involved in crime, they are soldiers of Satan, soldiers of Shaitan, soldiers of Iblis, the devil, and Lucifer. And they must be punished because their home is hell. And fear him who created you and who created the generations before you. Never remove God from the equation of your life. Be God conscious. Be aware of what you are doing. And remember, you're going to return to him. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. To Allah we belong, and to him is our return, without a shadow of a doubt. They said, now despite the messenger coming and reminding his people, as a belief man, so don't do crime. Don't be involved in evil. Don't be involved in mischief making. Just because you are doing secret deals doesn't mean God doesn't know. God knows exactly what's going on. Yet instead of embracing the truth and listening to words of wisdom, because some members, the elder members of the community, will also tell them wisdom. Why are you doing this? But you know what their response is? Like what they told to Shuaib. They said, you are only one of those bewitched. Near das is verkeerd met jou kop, man. You are, some they say, no, you've got sorcery. Others say, no, you are a mad person. So instead of embracing the truth, such people, they reject the ones who are holding the banner of truth out of concern and compassion, who say, as a belief man, sir, as a belief, follow the right path. Become a symbol of goodness, not of evil. So they are rejecting the messenger. They say, you are no more than a mortal like us. And indeed, we think you are a liar, because the minute it affects their pocket, the minute it affects their name and fame, the minute it affects their bank balance, they don't like it. They want to do what they want to, wine, woman, and song, and rob the people and get as much money as you want, because they don't worship God. They worship money. Money is their God. They are worshippers of mammon, worshippers of money and gold, and they don't care how they get it. And if you're going to tell them that what you're doing is wrong, they're not going to believe you. They're not going to listen to you. Some will listen to you. Some will embrace the truth, but the majority will keep on destroying their soul. But the ones who embrace the truth, they are the ones who will be secure on the day of judgment by the grace of Allah. Now they are also challenging. Now, cause a piece of the sky to fall on us. If you are truthful, look how arrogant they are. Instead of embracing the truth or talking politely, they are challenging. Hey, let the sky fall on our head, ne? And then they laugh and they mock. But people are doing it for the benefit of humanity, not for reward, not for money, not for gain. So he said, my Lord knows best what you do. But they rejected him. Then the punishment of the day of overshadowing gloom seized them, and that was the penalty of a great day. Verily, in that is a sign, but most of them do not believe. And verily, your Lord is He, the exalted in might, most merciful. No one can escape God. No one can escape Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May your life be full with barakah, blessings and abundance. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.